Welcome back to another video. This one is going to be going over my Discord server. Now, the AE Federation has been around since 2018. Actually, this month, on the 21st of May, it will be its anniversary because that's when it launched back in 2018. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys what this server offers. First thing you're going to want to do is check the rules, make sure you're not going to break any of them, and then in the Read This channel, you're going to be seeing some tips and whatnot regarding that. One of the most important roles is the Informed role, and what this does is this keeps you up to date with news regarding the server, but most importantly, contests, giveaways, and events that are going on in AQ3D or in AQ World, eventually AQ World Infinity as well. There is an exclusive role you can obtain in this server, which is the Raven Squad role. There are multiple colors to it. You need to join my membership on YouTube in order to get this exclusive role. Contact me if you do grab the membership. There's two different ones. There's Raven Squad and then the Gold Raven Squad. There's also a squad member one for the thing as well, but that doesn't offer any benefits otherwise than, just supporting me. So the AE Federation staff roles are those ones there. Then you have the ranks, and this is basically the more you talk in the server, the more you level up. That's what you get, these ones here, from 5 all the way up to 120. And then you have some special roles. These are all granted from various ways, like Nitro Ranger is if you've boosted the server, you get Nitro Ranger, and there's other ones here that you can get as well. Some of these are available, like these ones are available inside of the Get Roles thing. I'll go over that in a moment. And then you've got some other basic ones here that you can use for special bot commands, and then collectible roles, and these are all kind of roles you can get from challenges and other stuff that you can kind of read these in more detail if you're interested in how to get some of these. These are all, or some of these are obtained through in-game stuff, like through playing AQ World or AQ 3D. Then of course there are some perma-rare roles that are no longer available. Unfortunately, we still have another perma-rare role that's going to be coming up pretty soon. Well, coming up once AQ World Infinity launches, there will be the final perma-rare role. In the Get Roles thing, we have the helper roles. Now these are for AQ 3D and AQ World, so if you play either one of those, you can grab those roles and then help out other people who ping that role, or if you want to have other people help you, you ping that role in the proper channel. It does mention which channels to ping that role in. Then the, of course, most important, as I already mentioned, the Informed role. This is where you grab it right there. Then you have the Slayer of the Fiend Dragon. This is for anybody that's playing AQ3D and hunting down the Fiend Dragon, or if you want to know where it spawns, when it spawns, and so on and so forth. This role comes in very handy, but this is only available until, the hype for it is gone. Same with this. This is the Void Knights, and so if you are interested in taking on the Void Knights and you want to know when it spawns and whatnot, people do ping this role, and if you want to ping it as well, if you find a void and no one is there and you want more people there, ping that role and people will come, so you can grab those if you hunt those things down. We have an AQ 3D news channel, and our staff members and captains like Loki Monster or EM post information there, so you can keep up to date on that. If you run a server, you can then follow this channel. You'll have an option at the bottom to follow this channel, and then that will be sent to one of your channels in your server, and you can get all the information we post here directly in your server. Same with the AQ World News. We keep that posted as well, thanks to people like EM, who is one of my staff members, and he posts stuff keeping it up to date on AQ World information. AE News, again, same thing, but this is for every other game that they run. So same thing. And then we have the community news. Now the community news is more or less for things like giveaways that people are doing on Twitter and things like that. Kind of keeps you up to date with events that communities are going to do and whatnot. So if you guys are hosting an event and you want us to post it in the community news, you just post it right there. The AE Media, this is for anybody basically who makes content. You've got a couple of people here, Kiba the Barbarian, and then John Sanders and Kitty Darkness. There's a lot of other, YouTubers and stuff. So if you, even art, if you make art for AE, like AE inspired art, you can post it in here. This is basically for any form of media relating to AE stuff, AQ3D, AQ World, Dragon Fable, MechQuest, you know, name it. And then you've got events. Now, this is essentially for live events if they have live events in AQ3D. Of course, we've got community events sometimes that we host, and we will put that there, as well as my live events, which I will also post, stuff like that. And then we have the announcements, and this is basically for, you know, relating with the server, but it also has important things as well. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention, actually, right down here, every week we have a rare item of the week. This is something that the AEF does, and thanks to EM who runs this thing. So this week is the Savage Dome pet, and then it explains where this is located. If you don't have the Savage Dome pet, then this might be a good time to go for it, because this week is the rare item of the week. Savage Dome is it, and we post one every week. At the beginning of every week we post another one, so during that week would be the best time to go for that, because you might find other people farming for that item or pet or whatever the rare item is. You have the general chat, which is basically chit chat about everything. You've got the share bin, which can post just about everything, again making sure that you keep the rules in mind. You've got a bot thing. This is for all of our bots that we use. We have the AEF vendor, and what this is rather important when it comes to the server. It's otherwise not. And so this is a special bot where you can use a slot machine thing to gain points, and then you can obtain roles in the special AEF store where you can purchase these items, and each one of these gives you a special role that you can get, and that goes to one of those collectible roles that I had mentioned earlier. This is where you get some of those collectible roles. The AEF forums. This is a place where you can make your own threads and stuff, similar to the old-fashioned forums of the day. So that's what we have here. We have an AQ3D chat, so this is specifically for AQ3D. You can talk about other stuff in here, of course, but the primary focus is, of course, AQ3D. The AQ3D help channel, this is where you would be asking for help with things, or if you are using the Dragon Slayer or the Void Slayer roles, this is where you'd be pinging those roles. AQ3D tips, this is where people post helpful information regarding AQ3D. Rate My Set. This is a channel where people post their sets, and then other people can rate their sets. This is also where I take the images that I post at the end for the set of the day. This is the channel where I take those from. AQ3D Guild, this is where if you're interested in joining one of our official AQ3D guilds, this is where you can post about it. We have a dedicated AQ Worlds section, which will eventually be converted into AQ Worlds Infinity section, but for now it is AQ Worlds. And so anybody who's, you know, playing AQ, this is where you can talk about AQ Worlds and other stuff if you want. This is where you post for help in AQ Worlds. This is where helpful tips are provided regarding AQ Worlds. This is a Rate My Set channel for AQ Worlds, so if you have some really cool sets you want to show people and get a rating on, this is where you can post it. We also have an AQ Worlds Guild, but it's not very active right now, so you might want to just wait until we convert over to AQ Worlds Infinity, because we will definitely be extremely active in there. Every month we have a contest of the month, and this particular one you win 3,000 Arctic points, and of course you get featured in one of my videos. Every submission that wins gets featured in one of my videos. We have this once a month thanks to King Werepire. If you have a question or need help in the server, you can just post in the server help channel. We do have some other channels like the Officers' Quarters, the Hollowverse, Raven Squad. These are all things that are hidden to the general public, and you get access via certain roles that you have. Of course, the Raven Squad channel is for the Raven Squad members. And there are other Raven Squad perks as well. So we also have some roles you can obtain. This particular area mentions the tiers roles, where you can get 4 different roles here. Upon reaching certain levels, you get access to these. Then you have the Battle Royale. This is a place where you basically just enter, and then you have a chance of winning the Battle Royale Master role. We've got the Millionaires Club. This is where you can obtain roles like the Millionaire or the Quintrillionaire or the Decillionaire. And these are, if you have a certain amount of gold in AQ3D, you can get these roles as well as in AQ Worlds. In the MVP channel, you can obtain the MVP role if you do reach the requirements for AQ3D or AQ Worlds. You can obtain the Master of Lore or the Tarkus Master in the Master 3D or the Master. Master 3D is for AQ3D and Master is for AQ Worlds. There are challenges, items you need in order to get these roles. You can also obtain the Ultra Hollow Titan role by doing this challenge here, which is no easy feat, so good luck on that. Nitro Booster, this is the channel where it showcases everybody who boosts the channel, so big thanks to all of you guys. We have voice chats as well, so if you guys are interested in chatting to other people in the game and whatnot, this is a good place to do it. And that pretty much sums up the server. I'd like to thank everybody that's helped promote the AE Federation, as well as anybody in there that's been helping other players or just helping make the community such an awesome place. Big thanks to all of my staff members and everybody who's helped make this server the way it is now. I'd like to give a big shout out to all of my Raven Squad members because you guys continue to support me and help me do what I love to do, which is to make content to support the game and the AE community. Thanks for watching and keep those swords swinging.